Hey team, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I'm really excited to give you guys all the information about a topic which is super interesting, and that is about a smile and whether having a smile makeover or your teeth treated can be anti-aging and how so. But before I go on, please don't forget to subscribe and like to my channel so you continue to get lots of information. The word aesthetics, by the way, comes from a Greek origin. It relates to sensibility or sensation, and it's about perceived beauty. Now, I'm an aesthetic dentist. I love aesthetic dentistry. In fact, I think all dentistry, even if you're just fixing teeth, should be aesthetic. So, smile makeovers is what I'm passionate about. Now, believe it or not, your teeth can actually go through an aging process. Yes, there's a difference between young teeth and more mature teeth. So with young teeth, some of the things that we see is a huge bulk of enamel. It's all there, it's nice and thick. You might notice translucent edges, so this kind of like bluish color on the edges of the teeth. We have something else called mamelons, which is the kind of crinkly edges on the teeth, which is a beautiful part of nature. We also have something called wide embrasures. Embrasures basically relate to the gaps between your teeth, not in the middle like you're thinking, that's a diastema, but embrasures between the teeth on the edges of the teeth. And the teeth also in some cases might not be fully erupted in young cases, so they're sort of coming out of the gums aren't completely mature. Now, as we get older, things start to change, right? Because we have a diet, and modern day diets are full of acids. So whether it's super sugary diets or acids from Coke, Fanta, all those sorts of drinks, and even foods like sweets, toffees, chocolates, etc., or it's even through the super healthy diets like smoothies, lots of fruits, apple cider vinegar, lemons, all those acidic things take their toll on your teeth, and they basically dissolve the enamel. So as we get older, the enamel volume becomes less. Your teeth can also get shorter because of loss of tooth structure. Really importantly as well is day-to-day life may cause us to grind our teeth. Now, some people don't have contact with their top and bottom teeth. So in anterior open bite cases, for example, where the teeth don't meet, and you may notice they still have those mamelons, those little undulations on the teeth. And if they do, they're still going to be present because they haven't been grinding their teeth away. But in most cases, people have contact between their top and bottom teeth, and the teeth slightly grind away each other. They become flatter on the surfaces. Not only do they become flatter, but also the embrasures actually get smaller. So there's little gaps that I talked about. Because the teeth are becoming flatter, they're becoming shorter, and then as a result, the little gaps between the teeth also get smaller. If we have shorter teeth, less is shown on smiling, less is shown on talking. Another thing that can happen is that teeth get more crowded as we get older. Now, this could be for various reasons, and obviously there's lots of children with crowded teeth, but it becomes worse if they haven't had them treated. When the teeth get crowded as well, the bite tries to accommodate for the crowdedness, and again, the teeth become shorter and smaller. Teeth pick up stains if you become a smoker, if you have a diet full of stains, and so forth. And people might also develop cracks if their bite isn't right, or also if they lose teeth as they get older and teeth start to drift into gaps. So basically, teeth don't like gaps. So if you have two teeth and then a gap in the middle, the teeth either side of the gap try to move into the gap, or the teeth opposite the gap tries to move up. It's called over eruption. And basically, you want to make sure that as well, if you do lose any teeth, the gaps are being restored. But anyways, I don't want to go off topic, but loads of different changes happen as we get older. Not only though do the teeth change in size, in color, and in volume, and also position, but also our lips can change. So as we get older, we have our top upper lip, and the lip length can basically get longer. And if it gets longer, it covers more of the teeth, so we show less tooth on speaking and smiling. And also our bottom teeth tend to show more on speaking and are really important. And that's why when people are like, oh, I don't care about my bottom teeth, I never see them. You do every time you speak. So it's super important to have a plan in place for those teeth too. So we've understood a little bit about the aging process of teeth, but what actually can be done about it? So a few things can be done about it. Number one, we need to consider the color of the teeth. Because the teeth are going to change color as you get older, you want to consider having them whiter. So obviously the best thing to do is to have tooth whitening, but unfortunately some people don't respond that well to tooth whitening. But always getting your teeth whitened is great, it's non-harmful, and if done by the dentist, can get you some really good results depending on your case. So that's number one, considering changing the colour. Number two is also considering the position, because if they've changed a lot in your lifetime, and by the way, it's something called mesial drift, where they continue to move forwards, you might want to consider having them straightened. You can have them straightened with braces, Invisalign, fixed braces, whatever choice that you want. The position of your teeth, the straightness of your teeth will obviously have a nice look, but what it can do is that we can actually expand what we call your buccal corridors. So the sides of your teeth, if they're slanted inwards, we can bring them out with braces, for example. They'll give support to your tissues, so that again has an anti-aging effect, but it's not major, guys, so don't think that you're a suitable candidate necessarily. Some people don't need their buccal corridors treated. Every case is different. The other thing is adding length to your teeth. So as we said, most cases people lose the length of their teeth. So either they have composite bonding placed on the edges of the teeth or composite bonding placed on the whole surface of the tooth. Composite bonding on the edges of the teeth is edge bonding. On the whole surface of the tooth, it's actually a composite veneer. So depending on which one you get will give you a different effect. The composite veneer will give you also more lip support because you're adding volume to the teeth, so you tend to look bigger. Think of some of those celebrities that people see and they go, oh, they've had composite bonding done, but I thought it was a veneer. Their teeth suddenly look really big. Well, they may have had a lot of volume done to the teeth. So that's something to think about. With edge bonding, it's literally just the edges of the teeth. And again, people may be suitable for it, may not be suitable for it. It's a case-by-case dependent situation. Lower teeth, we've already expressed, they'll get more crowded, they show more on speaking, so getting them straightened, having them looking clean, nice and white will also have an anti-aging effect. Now, really important as well is that we divide the face into thirds. So from your forehead to your eyebrow, eyebrow to nose, nose to mouth. And basically, they want to be in equal thirds. Now, in some cases, when someone's bite has completely changed because of grinding, because they've lost teeth and had the drifting, severe crowding, they have an interference in their mouth, which has caused them to try to avoid a tooth that's causing the interference. This part of the face basically collapses, like the teeth dimensions completely change. Everything in your mouth is trying to accommodate for what's happening, and we have what we call loss of occlusal vertical dimension. That is loss of OVD. So the loss of occlusal vertical dimension means that we've lost the volume of the top and the bottom teeth. This part is reduced, and this is a really complex situation in dentistry and relies on really good planning. So what happens is the dentist may decide to increase your OVD. So what they do is they want to basically build your bite back up. They want to add more length to the teeth at the back and at the front to increase this part and ensure that your bite is better. Now, this can have a huge effect on people's smiles, confidence, lifestyle, because it's not only about correcting the way that you look, but it's about correcting the bite and making sure that you function as best as possible and that you are super, super healthy. And yes, of course, it can be more youthful because you've got more support here, things are more opened up, and you're reversing the effects of aging when this part of the face basically gets less and less. So let's have a little summary, guys, because I know we love a summary. It's a lot of information in one go. There's a difference between young teeth and older teeth. Things change in color, things change in position, in what we call the embrasures, the little gaps between your teeth, the crinkles, i.e. the mamelons of the teeth as well, and also the bulk of the enamel. You can have things change by considering whitening your teeth, having the position of the teeth changed as well with braces, having the teeth built up with composite bonding or veneers. In cases where you need to really build up the bite, you need to have a conversation with your dentist about occlusal vertical dimension. Not everyone needs this. You can't just choose it. It's something that's needed if your bite has collapsed. So I hope that gives you guys a lot of information as well. I really want to know more about what you guys want, so don't forget to tell me and I can do it on different topics. Anyways, have a great day and I can't wait to see you guys on the next episode.